What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So I've wanted to give long distance shooting a go for a while now, but it's not quite that simple. There's a hell of a lot that goes into it, and for a novice shooter like myself, it can be pretty overwhelming. You know, you've got your holdovers, windage, elevation, your different units of measurement, calibres, you get the idea. So rather surprisingly, games like Escape from Tarkov and Battlefield had lied to me. It wasn't just as simple as saying I want to shoot at 300 meters, and then your gun would shoot at 300 meters. Yeah, I know, I was shocked too. And so the conclusion that I reached was that it is in fact not like that. Except as it turned out that it can be. So that leads us into the conversation topic today, which is Leupold's custom dial system. So before we get too far into it, I just want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. First up, we have Naya. Naya are an absolutely huge part of the Australian firearms industry. Importing brands like Leupold, Federal, Bushnell, it's a huge list. They were kind enough to lend me a lot of the equipment in this video, which made it entirely possible. Secondly, we have Magnum Sports. Magnum Sports are a firearms dealership based in Roseville, Sydney, and they helped me out with some of the ammunition used in this video, which ammunition costs were pretty high in this one, and it was really good to have a little bit of help, so thank you. So in short, the custom dial system is a replacement elevation dial that is tailored to the ballistics of the rifle you're using. If you own a relatively recently made Leupold scope, chances are that it is actually CDS compatible. This allows you to move away from your traditional elevation measurements like MOA and MEL and actually have that tailored system to 200 meter, 500 meter. You get the idea. So naturally to me, having to take that calculation out of my shooting experience is pretty appealing. So to get some more information for it, I reached out to the guys at Naya, who are the importers for Leupold in Australia, and said, hey, the CDS system looks awesome. What can you tell me more about it? I'd love to give it a go. So Naya actually responded by saying, hey, why don't you come to Naya HQ? We'll show you how the CDS system works, as well as what actually goes into producing these dials. And naturally, when Naya invites you to come do gun stuff and chill, you say yes. So when I got there, I got the full tour of the Leupold custom shop, where they do everything from your custom dials to your custom Cerakotes on scopes and all the other cool stuff they do there. They also took me to the warehouse where they're currently stockpiling all the powders and primers, waiting for the prices to continue to inflate. That was a joke. I talked to the guys there. The shortage is real. I've seen it. Don't message them. And while I was getting the tour, I mentioned my precision rifle situation to the boys at Naya, and they took pity on me and have fortunately let me borrow a rifle to make this video. Said rifle is the Remington 700 chambered in 7mm Rem mag, topped with the VX5 HD 3-15. So now that we had the rifle and scope sorted, it was time to get the information we needed in order to create the custom dial. So we headed over to the Naya range and chronographed the rifle. Now, whilst in most cases your ammunition will typically have the velocity on the box, you are better off running it through the chronograph because naturally not every ammunition fires out of every gun the same.
Yeah, but we got a couple handy ready to go.
That's right, we'll do 3 and then we'll do 2 more.
Now, aside from elevation, you can also provide Naya with more information, like the typical elevation that you're shooting from, humidity, things like that. But the bare minimum is the ammunition you're using and the velocity at which it travels. So next up was just to burn the dial. And as you can see on the top turret, instead of having those traditional measurements of elevation, you now have your distance in meters. So now that I had everything I needed, all I had to do was go out and put the custom dial system through its paces. So the mission was simple. One target at 300 meter, another one at 600 meter, and the last one at 1000 meters. In theory, the only thing I was going to have to do was to match the meters on my elevation turret to the distance to the target. Let's go. Yeah, that was a hit. Alrighty, 1K, let's do it. I heard a pang. Alright. I heard a pang. So naturally at this point, having shot out at distances I've never shot out at before and having hit the target, I was feeling pretty good about myself. That being said, this is one rifle in one caliber. It was a bit early for me to say that the custom dial system was an across-the-board success. So it got me thinking, of the rifles that I own, which one had the most different ballistic profile? What was the furthest thing away from a 7mm Rem mag that I owned? And to be honest, I did not have to put much thought into that answer. I call it Vera. This is the Barrett M95, chambered in 50 BMG with a Leupold Mark V 7-35 scope up top. So I know what you're thinking. The 750 grain pill that comes flying out of the barrel of this guy at 2,751 feet per second isn't that different to a 7mm Rem mag round. So you might want to sit down for this. There are some slight differences. So taking those differences into account, the first step was again to chronograph the rifle. Fortunately, this was something that I'd already done when I was out at Naya. Oh, and this is what that looks like, by the way.
Yeah, you look real good.
It was now time to rerun the challenge with the M95, with some slight changes. After I'd completed the challenge with the 7mm Rem mag, I had a little bit of extra ammo left over. Being that I have to return the Remington back to Naya, I figured, hey, why not use all the rest of the ammo? Innocent thought process, right? At least that's what I thought. So the 300 meter target had been rendered inoperable. It was getting incredibly hot in the sun, cameras were overheating, drone batteries refusing to charge, so I made the call not to worry about fixing the 300 and just to shoot out to the 600 and the 1000 meter.
Awesome.
So I think we can pretty definitively confirm that there was a hit at 600. I wouldn't really say that I left too much open to interpretation. And I even managed to save myself some time on pack down again by shooting another chain out. So it was time for the final target of the day, the 1000 meter with the 50 cal. It was not an easy shot, but we hit it. I didn't actually know this though. So with the Remington, we'd watched the footage back from the drone to confirm the shot before bringing the drone home. However, we were now down to my last battery and I wanted to conserve energy to ensure that if I had missed the target, that I had enough footage to continue filming and get the shots I needed. That and I still had an ongoing joke I had to finish off.
Are you f***ing kidding me?
Yeah, you hit the chain.
So yeah, I managed to go 3 for 3 on the chains. Some would say that that is actually a more difficult shot to pull off.
I reckon
It's still hanging up, I'm going again.
We can hit it again, it's lying in the dirt. Hit it again.
Yeah.
While you aim in the same spot.
But 3 chains aside, I had successfully completed the challenge and was left very satisfied with the custom dial system. Now obviously I'm not saying that the custom dial system turns you from a complete novice shooter to a professional long distance shooter. That's not what the system is, and it's not what the system is trying to be. It is taking one variable from a group of variables and making it as simple as humanly possible, which realistically is something that I see anyone benefiting from regardless of experience. For someone like me, it takes an entire calculation out of the process. For hunting, I could see it being used to make much quicker adjustments on the fly than what you would have with your traditional turret. But all in all, I've been left incredibly satisfied with the custom dial system, and whilst I unfortunately have to give Naya back their Mark V scope and rifle, it is something that I'm definitely going to be investing in with my other scopes. So guys, I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are on it. Have you used the custom dial system before? Is it something you're looking to give a try? Let me know down in the comments below. And guys, if you liked this video, if you want to see more like it, if you want to see a bit more of Vera, the best assistance you can give me is by leaving a comment, letting me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see, and if you really want to see more, hit the subscribe button. It helps out massively, it makes these videos possible. And before heading off, I just want to take the chance to thank Naya again for all of their help and support in making this video. As mentioned, they lent me a lot of the gear used in this video, which entirely made it possible. But aside from that, it was such a cool experience to go out and meet the guys behind the Naya team, and meet people who were so genuinely passionate about this industry and really loved the part they play in it. Everyone that I met on the day, all the way from upper management all the way through to the guys actually working on the Leupold scopes themselves, were all so passionate about the products that they were working on, about the industry that they're in. And in my mind, that is so important, and it is so good to see. And I am saying this of my own volition. There has been no monetary exchange in this video. I'm not keeping any of the products that were loaned out to me. That is just a personal experience that I wanted to share with you guys. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.